Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another video. I am in the car, I am sweaty from the gym, but I want to get this video done and out of the way, just so I can actually post something. Plus, if I don't film now, I'm never going to end up actually filming. But hi, I hope this camera does not go flat, otherwise I'll probably cry. I just want to have a little chit chat, my unfiltered life type of videos that I love doing. Now this camera is way too dark. And I was wondering, what do I want to talk about, in these unfiltered, when I talk and chit chat videos? You know, comfy vibes. And the one thing that comes to my mind is, at the moment, I'm trying to build my main character moment. I'm just building that era of me, of just fully embracing myself, directing my own movie, directing my own life, directing my own choices. And I want to just do a little chit chat video about that. I hope this camera does not go flat. It probably will. But anyway, let's get into the video about building that main character energy, about what I'm doing personally to become the main character of my own life, and what's helped me, what mindset I've been having these past couple weeks, and kind of give you real talk of how I'm doing it and how I'm coping mentally and physically. I've been going through a lot of self-love, self-care, self-concept changes at the moment in my life. Personally, I'm just kind of focusing solely on myself. I haven't been going out. I really have not been hanging out with friends at all. I haven't been really talking to people through social media. I really haven't actually been on my personal social media. I go on my UGC content one. I only do that. I hardly go on TikTok. I mainly live off Pinterest. I'm not gonna lie, I live off Pinterest. And every time I go on Pinterest, I just feel so safe. I feel so seen, I feel so calm, and I feel like I can achieve things through Pinterest, just by even looking at it. I go on Pinterest, it's my most used app. Literally, it's my most used app, my most used social media. I would delete all of my social media and just keep Pinterest. That is the vibe I'm going for. What does main character energy mean? What does it mean to you? What does it mean in general? Main character energy, well, when you think of that, you think of movies, you think of books, you think of the character, the main centered person of that entire story. Most of the time, we live vicariously through other people as main characters. We live vicariously through society as in general, making us more side characters. I've been living as a side character for a while, and that's when I decided, I'm gonna take the reins, I'm gonna make life exciting, I'm gonna make life be mine again, and I'm gonna enjoy it, because that's what it's about. Main character is you get to make the choices, you get to make the decisions, and you get to make and decide life as it is for you. And it's all a lot with manifesting and being delusional, but I truly believe that if you want something, you can have it. And if you want something, you are meant to have it. Regardless of how crazy it may seem, you can achieve it. And if you do not believe that or whatnot, totally understand. Obviously, everyone has their own different beliefs and systems and all of that, and how my mind works is going to be very different to how your mind works. Main character, it's, as I mentioned, it's your own story. It's you're the own director. You decide what happens. You decide the rules. You decide how life works out for you. So what I've done is I literally create a list, a law list of things that I follow in my reality, of things that I want to happen, of things that I want that's going to guide me. So for example, I have good things that are always happening to me. I don't need bad things to happen to get the good stuff. I make those rules, and I like to kind of marinate on those rules until I kind of impress my subconscious mind in a way. And I'm not going to go too sciencey into the mind and the science and the scientific things about that, because it honestly gets a bit confusing. And when you just drop logic and you just focus on, I already am a bad bitch, blah, 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 you will kind of subconsciously implement these rules automatically into your life without even your conscious mind realizing. What I love about kind of taking the reins of my own main character energy is that I get to make the rules. I get to make the decisions. I get to make and decide how I'm going to do things. So what I do might not work for you, and it's vice versa. You're not just the main character. You are the director, you are the producer, you are the costume designer, makeup artist, set designer, etc. Think of it like that. You are the main character of your own life, regardless of anything and anyone you believe in. That's my take on it. Don't take my word for it, okay? Do not take my word for it. And when you start to actually implement the mindset of being the main character, of having things go your way, life will follow you and it will go smoothly. When you watch a lot of main characters and their lives, they tend to have some bad moments, and they're not perfect. And I like to implement to my mind, like, yes, I'm perfect, but I have flaws. And a lot of main characters have flaws. A lot of main characters, sometimes you just want to punch them in the face. And yes, that's sometimes I want to punch myself in the face. And I like to remind myself that even when I make a mistake, even when something doesn't go my way, I am still the main character. And I'm not going to let that little thing bring me down. Okay, so basically I've been feeling like a side character for quite a few years. Like, I cannot remember how many years. And I was kind of living through other people's lives and kind of just there, I guess. Like, I just didn't feel like I had any control. I felt very much out of control in my whole entire life. There are moments, yes, I felt in control, but there are moments where I was like, I felt like, in a way, my anxiety was in control as well. So I'm not just talking about I felt like I was a side character in every day-to-day life. I'm also saying that I also felt a side character in my own life, in my own mind, because I felt like my anxiety was taking over, and it was a strange, I guess, journey. And I felt like I didn't have any control in my life, and I just felt like I was lost and I wasn't on the right path. I felt like I was, like, even with like university, I felt like the pressure to go to university, essentially. Well, yes, I did want to go to university to get a degree, but I also felt like I was going in that direction because it was expected of me to do that. And I know a lot of people feel like that. A lot of times, I just felt like life was moving and I wasn't moving with it. I felt like I was kind of just there. And then I would always say yes to things, even when I didn't want to, or I'd say no to things. I just felt out of control. I felt like I was a side character. I felt like I was just maybe sometimes an extra. I'm not gonna lie, I sometimes felt like an extra. And I mean, that's okay to feel like an extra and like a side character, but now that I say that I want to have the main character energy, that I want to be the director of my life, that doesn't serve me anymore. Like the side character and extra. In every other person's life, I am the side character. I am an extra. But in my life, I can't be the extra. I can't be the side character. It's my life. It's my rules. It's my movie. Some things that I've done to like shift my change is obviously reprogramming and changing my mindset. That's really helped me to live and to think as the main character, and it's really helped me. So I do say definitely through like affirmations and mantras and whatever you want to call them, and just kind of like reprogramming your mind to think differently really does help you. And this is coming from someone who is in therapy, and I've been in therapy for years, and who also struggles with depression and anxiety. And it's challenging to challenge my own thoughts and to kind of pick up on them. It's uncomfortable sometimes, especially when it's like a thought I've had for so many years, a belief that I've had for so many years. Like, for example, I used to say I am not wanted, and now I'm saying I am wanted. I'm always wanted. Yeah, there are times where it doesn't feel like, yeah, and even the amount of times that I repeat I am wanted, for example, it doesn't feel like it, but in my subconscious mind, I guess it does. And again, I'm not going into the sciencey area because I still do not understand science sometimes, so we're just throwing logic out the window. Change your mindset. Shift it with affirmations, however you want to, uplifting music, Pinterest, visuals, all of manifesting and etc. delusional mindset. I don't know what I'm on about, honestly. Do I ever know what I'm on about? Absolutely not. Other things that I've done, apart from just changing my mindset, is basically doing little things alone and doing things alone and being alone and learning to be alone and learning to be uncomfortable sometimes in my loneliness. And I've learned that this has really helped with my whole entire life, being alone and doing things by myself, going on coffee dates by myself, going to a cafe by myself. Actually, I still have not been to a cafe by myself. I've gotten takeaway from a cafe, but I haven't gotten and sit in a cafe. So that's my goal for the next couple. Actually, no, I have. That was at uni. That was like 2 years ago. Maybe I need to do it again. But basically, I decided, do these little things alone, wherever that's going for a walk by yourself in a safe place, going to the shops alone, going for a drive alone, basically doing things by yourself that you would normally do with other people. It's going to feel uncomfortable at first, but sometimes you prefer to be alone than with people. And it's like, as much as I love like my friends, I love my family, but then sometimes I'm like, I need to recharge, okay? I need to step away. I've been around people so many times, like literally pretty much every single day since I started school. And sometimes I just want to be alone. And it's okay to be alone. And I like to say that being alone really builds your character, and it really makes you understand who you are, and having that little change of mindset really does help you. I like to put my mindset of, if I was the main character, how would I be acting? And what would I be doing? And what would I be doing? Would I be moping on the couch? I mean, yes, sometimes main characters do mope on the couch, but then in the next 2 scenes, they'll be up partying and being the baddest bitch, okay? So you get to direct it however you want. I also love to romanticize every day, and just like today is such a blue skies, and I'm just looking out there and I'm like, oh my God, it's just so pretty today. Little things, having a cup of coffee, just appreciating it. You see a dog on your way to work, appreciate seeing that little dog. I love, like, throughout the day getting dressed instead of staying in my pajamas, or I'll put makeup on at least and brush my hair. Things to make me feel good and make me feel a little bit more alive have really, really helped me step into that moment of becoming a main character in my own life. Like, if I was talking about struggles that I've had, is definitely letting go of comparing myself to others around me and comparing myself when I feel left out or feel alone. Basically, it's been a trap, and it kind of sucks you in, and you gotta try not fall for it. And there are times when you do fall for that trap, when you do fall for the comparing yourself to others, comparing yourself to friends and family, and sometimes you will feel alone, you'll feel left behind, but I like to remind myself that I am on my own path. This is my path. I get to choose and make the rules in my life. And then I also like to remind myself that other people are also feeling this. Like, I'm not alone when I feel like this, and I think it's such a good reminder to remind yourself about. I also want to mention that I've been actually in this practice this past like 2 weeks, so it's still slightly new, that I keep reminding myself that I'm allowed to have mistakes, and I'm allowed to fail, I'm allowed to change, and I'm allowed to start over. Letting yourself and reminding yourself that you are allowed to do these things and to cry and to get angry, telling yourself that, like, hey, I'm allowed to feel like this, I'm allowed to be angry, I'm allowed to be happy, I'm allowed to feel worthy of things. Those have really, really helped me, I guess, become a better person to myself and a lot kinder to myself. And it's okay to dream big. Okay, I encourage you to dream big. I encourage you to dream the most craziest stuff and manifest it, regardless of how crazy or unrealistic it seems. And if you feel like, oh, well, it doesn't work out, no, just keep saying, no, it has, okay? I do not care what am I even on about, okay? I need coffee. Quick little thing before I go. Some habits that I've been doing to get that main character energy is obviously romanticizing my life, doing some, affirmations, mirror work, so talking to myself in the mirror and just hyping myself up and just repeating good affirmations, phrases. If I have like a good song, I will sing to myself in the mirror, like how many cringy it may seem. The more you do it, the more comfortable and it's gonna feel. It'll be like you're talking to your best friend. I also love to obviously solo time, taking care of myself, taking time off, and just sometimes letting myself rot, okay? Letting myself rot in bed, okay? I like to let myself that, and that's okay. Journaling is a big thing for me, so that's really helped me. Not just journaling, today this happened. I like to journal like my favorite songs, things I love, etc., etc. So letting myself do that. One thing is also celebrating little wins, no matter how small they are, whether that's, it was a nice day, okay? That's a small win. Before this camera goes flat, I'm gonna quickly go. So basically, the main character isn't always about being confident. It can also be messy. Being a main character is messy. It can be chaotic. It can be fun. It's about showing up for yourself, even when you don't feel like it. Every season of your life, every episode, every season is gonna be different. Basically, go be the main character. Go dream big, go dream wild, go dream crazy, be the main character. Who gives a flying crap what every other person is thinking? You're the main character, you are director, you are the producer, you are the writer, you are the everything in your life. Choose to be the main character. And these are some things that I've been. Has this camera been out of focus this whole time? I'm gonna go because this camera's literally gonna go flat. But basically, go be the main character, go dream big, go romanticize your life, make a list of your favorite characters, like with their personalities, good personalities. I'm not saying bad characters, but like you get the confidence, okay? Step into that mindset, have a cry, get angry, do whatever you want. Just live out your life however you want. But anyway, I am gonna go and I'm gonna go home and get a coffee. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys all have a fabulous day wherever you are in the world. Thank you for watching. If you did, please like and subscribe if you love these little chit chats. I do more of them and I am wanting to do more of them, but I am going to go right now and I will see you in the next video whenever that shall be.